I'm Dr. Benita Rattan, and this channel is dedicated to skincare for skin of color. So as you know, I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. You can follow me on Instagram, which is at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic, or at Skincare by Dr. V. I do a lot of polls and questions for my YouTube channel. So if you are interested in skincare for skin of color, please do follow me. I also recently started TikTok, and I feel very old trying to communicate in a completely different way in 15 seconds and get across quite complicated topics. But if you love TikTok and you love skincare, again, please do follow me and give me suggestions, because I feel I need all the help I can get on that particular platform. Right, so today's video is all about how to layer your skincare and the classic mistakes that are being made. If that sounds good to you, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, so the most important thing to first recognize is there is a difference between your AM routine and your PM routine for skin of color, especially if you have sensitive skin, or you have acne prone skin, or you have melasma. The reason being that UV is not our friend, and a lot of the ingredients in our skincare is UV unstable, and you certainly don't want to be applying it first thing in the morning. And this is actually a mistake that I'm seeing on a lot of manufacturers' websites and directions, is applying actives that aren't UV stable in the morning, you know, or exfoliating in the morning. For skin of color, all this has to be done at nighttime. So a very easy way to think about it is, in the morning is your prevention, and your PM evening routine is your treatment. Okay, so then it makes it very easy. First thing in the morning is actually very simple, and your routine at nighttime is where you have the multiple steps. So let's start off with your PM routine, just because it is the longer routine. So first of all, you need to double cleanse. The reason we have to do this is, don't forget, all day long, you have been reapplying, hopefully, your sunscreen every 2 hours. If you're as skincare obsessed as I am, you're going to have quite layered skin by the evening. And so there are a number of ways of doing this. So double cleansing, you can actually double cleanse with the same product twice. But the reason we tend to do it is because when you do it the first time, you don't often remove everything. You don't remove all the oils that have been building up on the skin. And so you do need to go in a second time. The way I do it is, first of all, I need to break up all that oil and all that physical sunscreen. The one I'm wearing right now is Sheer Zinc Neutrogena. And if you've used this and you've applied it 4 times during the day, you will understand my pain when it comes to the evening and I have to remove all that oil. So I start off with the DHC Cleansing Oil, Deep Cleansing Oil. That helps to just break up a lot. I'd say probably about 60-70% of the oil on my face. So then I'd wash that off, and then I would go in with another cleanser. So at this point, often I usually go in with my Micellar facial gel wash, which is very, very gentle. If I feel like this isn't enough, then I will use the COSRX face wash, because it does tend to remove a lot more oil faster. I'd say go in with an oil-based cleanser first, and then I would go in with a foam cleanser. That way you're picking up the oil-based dirt and the water-based dirt. After you've cleansed, you want to tone. The mistake people make at this point is that they go straight into exfoliation, but don't forget, when you've cleansed, you've stripped the skin a little bit of the oils on the skin, and then to exfoliate at this point, you are going to cause further irritation. And don't forget, with skin of color, we have to be a lot more careful, and we need to have higher standards, to be honest, with our skincare. So at this point, when you need to tone, but when you tone, do not make the standard mistakes, which are using things like alcohol, witch hazel, anything with essential oils in it, anything with fragrance in it, or any other drying alcohols in there. At this point, we need to hydrate. So your toners need to be hydrating, and it also tends to take off any excess makeup on the skin. So the ingredients you want to look for on the back of the packaging for toners are things like hyaluronic acid, ceramides. You want to see antioxidants. What other ingredients do I love? Peptides, and niacinamide. Those are all great ingredients to find in your toner because you're replenishing your skin at this point. So it's obviously difficult to find a toner with everything in it, but it's important first of all to find out the best toner for you. If you want me to do a whole video on best toners, I don't think I've done, have I done best toners yet? Oh, I have. I did a video actually on my top 3 toners, but just so that you have some understanding as well. If you've got aging skin, then the 3 ingredients you want to look for are niacinamide, ceramides, and peptides. Those are 3 ingredients you want. If you've got sensitive, red skin, then you want to look for things that are going to hydrate the skin. So hyaluronic acid, and antioxidants are also important because you want to mop up those free radicals. You don't want any other further inflammation taking place in your skin. If you've got oily skin, of course you need your salicylic acid, your BHA, and niacinamide, because niacinamide is also going to control sebum. As we all know, niacinamide is something that we've started talking about, I'd say in the last 12 months, quite a lot actually in skincare. I've done a whole video on niacinamide for you. If you are still not fully getting niacinamide and like, why is everyone talking about it? And you want to know, and you're getting FOMO, please go watch my niacinamide video. I do break it down into detail for you. Okay, so moving on to step 3, which is your exfoliation. So my favorite AHA for skin of color, and the AHA that I use in my treatment at the hyperpigmentation clinic, is Mandelic Acid. Mandelic Acid is the largest molecule, and that's the reason I chose to formulate with this particular AHA over all the other AHAs, because it physically, you cannot burn with hyaluronic acid. The molecule is so large, it just doesn't penetrate deep enough to cause any irritation to the skin. So that is my favorite AHA, and of course my BHA, salicylic acid, great for skin of color. This way, what you're doing, the benefits of this is that you are unclogging the pore, you are brightening the skin, so you're getting rid of the dead, dull skin cells on top, and you're getting better penetration of your actives. So that's really the key here. The mistake people make, however, is that they overdo it. You only want to do this 1 to 2 nights a week max. I would not push it more than this, because then you're going to start getting redness, inflammation, flaking equals pigmentation. So we obviously do not want to do this. And so I recommend 1 to 2 nights a week is perfect. So at this point is when you want to apply your treatment serums. So don't forget, serums have a higher water phase. So water phase is where majority of your actives will dissolve into. So for example, if you look at my Lipex kit, so we created the world's first lip pigmentation kit for skin of color. It's a 3-part kit, but the mask has a higher water phase, and that's why the mask has the highest percentage of actives. So this is why serums tend to be more expensive. They tend to penetrate better. They tend to penetrate the epidermis better, and you get better results. So this is the point at which you want to apply it, because you have cleaned the skin. You now have a clear, direct route into the skin before you then top up with your moisturizer. So let's go through the different types of skin and which sorts of actives I want you to start using. So if you've got aging skin, vitamin A is just essential. It's non-negotiable. It's the one ingredient that you need to have on your skin. I've done a whole video for you on vitamin A. Please do go and watch that if you want to learn, about vitamin A, because it's quite complicated. It's a whole family. It's not just one ingredient. But just the shortcut of it is my favorite vitamin A for skin of color is retinaldehyde. It's 20 times as effective as retinol with 0% irritation. That is key for us. And so every product that I formulate with at the hyperpigmentation clinic has retinaldehyde in it. And actually any kits that I make for you in the future will have retinaldehyde in it too, because fundamentally it's the best form of vitamin A for skin of color. I would also include hyaluronic acid and peptides into your routine for anti-aging. If your issue is aging and pigmentation, then I would do vitamin A, vitamin C, which is skin brightening, but also mops up free radicals, and niacinamide. So niacinamide also helps to prevent transfer of melanin from the cell that's producing it, the melanocyte, to the skin cells around it. So niacinamide is great on many different levels, but I would definitely incorporate it. Acne, you of course need to be applying azelaic acid. This is either azelaic acid or niacinamide, but maybe even alternate. What I probably would do is on the days that you are exfoliating, don't wear azelaic acid on that day, wear it the following day. If you've got dry skin, the two ingredients I love for you again are niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. And then we move on to step 5. At this point, we want to moisturize. So it depends on what type of skin you've got. If you've got dry skin, that you want to have increased hyaluronic acid and increased ceramides. So that's for dry skin. I've actually done a whole video for you on dry skin, so I'd go over and watch that. With oily skin, I'd use a moisturizer with non-comedogenic ingredients. Unfortunately, just because it says non-comedogenic on the packaging doesn't mean that it's actually non-comedogenic. If you want me to do a video for you on exposing all the non-comedogenic moisturizers, which actually have comedogenic ingredients in them, then can you please write that down below for me so I know that's something that you actually want to see. If you feel like that's too much of a negative video, I won't make it. So you tell me if you want to see it and just write it down below, and then I'll just do a poll based on the numbers that you've said. But I have actually done a whole video for you on my top 3 moisturizers for oily skin. So that's a much more positive video, and you can head over and watch that video. The other question I get asked a lot is, so Dr. V, when exactly do we mask? And should we be masking? So I do love hydrating masks. There's only one that I found, which is biodegradable, because no one likes single-use plastic. So it's biodegradable, no fragrance in it, no irritating ingredients. And that is the Aloe Vera Body Shop mask. I've actually done a whole The Body Shop series for you, and many of the products I didn't like for skin of color, but this particular product was fantastic. It's literally the only one I found in the world that's as good. So I would apply this particular sheet after my actives, because if my actives, because what you actually want to do is, once you've toned and you've applied your actives, it'd be great to have occlusion, so that you have better penetration of your actives, but also you're hydrating the skin at the same time. So that is when I would apply a mask. If you're not wearing actives at night, then I would apply it straight after you toned or exfoliated your skin. Then you would apply your sheet mask, and then take it off and apply your moisturizer on top. Right, so I feel like I've really thrown a ton of information at you today. Oh my goodness. Okay, so please do download your free insider guide. The link is down below. Please write down what the videos you want me to make for you, because I feel like we're running out of ideas, because we're doing so many. We're doing 4 to 5 videos a week. So we are really getting through your suggestions quite fast, and I need your assistance. I'm thinking about doing a whole series for men's skincare, but I want to know specific problems that men have with their skincare, rather than just generic men's skincare, which I don't think is particularly helpful. If it's, for example, post-shaving skincare, or whatever the issue is, please can you also write those down below for me, so I can start tabulating and creating my to-do list, which I love to do. Thank you very much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you next time.